the define view, finish it. Now just see the 6. We are not going to use these 3 annotations in this. We are not going to use this 3 annotation because it is not SQL view. We are not creating an SQL view. We are creating now table function. Okay, no need of view name. Okay, now just removing this. Okay, just okay, access control check or not required, that is depends on your requirement. Label is fine. Now instead of here we need to specify define table function. That is the only keyword changes, guys. Instead of here, that define, instead of define view, we are going with an define table function. There is small syntax change. Okay, define table function, this is all the way of pattern of writing, guys. Okay, define table function, fine. Now you need to specify with parameter. By default there should be at least one parameter. If you doesn't have any parameter as per your requirement, no worry, just use client as parameter. Use client as parameter, nothing but psi mandt, that we can specify default value also. Okay, with parameter. Okay, I am going to specify clnt some name colon. Okay, type, name of the parameter, type of the parameter. Clnt is the type. This is the inbuilt data type. With parameter I specified this. Now you need to specify what are the fields you want it. Okay, okay, see here again, that will be returning. This will be syntax is returns so and so, followed by you need to specify this particular thing. Yes. Okay, now here in simple, this all annotations I removed. Instead of define view, I specified define table function, name of this sims race with parameter. How you specified for CDS with parameter? With parameter, what is the parameter you want? If you don't have any parameter, just use client. Just use client, system client. Okay. Now returns. Okay. Followed by returns means what are the fields you are expecting from this particular function. What are the fields which you are expecting from this particular table function. Specify all the required fields and followed by finally you need to specify implemented the returns and followed by you need to specify implemented by which method. Implemented by which method. Okay, we'll write that. First we'll define what are the fields that we are going to get from this particular table functions. Okay, you can specify any field, guys. Okay, sales order number. Okay, colon, you need to specify data element. You need to specify any data element. It is a part of your SAP or your predefined. If you want to use abap dot, that's fine, but I'm going to specify VBELN underscore VA, which is of data element. For every field, semicolon. For every field, semicolon. Likewise, specify all the required fields. Sales order item. Okay, POSNR underscore VA. What are the fields which data elements which is part of your database case. Okay, and next MATN material. Okay, colon MATNR. Like this, you can specify all the fields. Just a minute, let me go to the backend. Okay, just I'm taking this batch. Okay, CHARG colon CHARG underscore D. You need to specify data elements case. Okay, followed by I'm just I'll take some fields of amount, NET, WR, and quantity. Yeah, amount is specifying this. Is followed by currency, followed followed by what is the data element. This is the data element. Okay, next I'm just using quantity. Okay, what are the fields you want? You can specify it, guys, with respective data elements. That's your wish and unit. Just these are the fields that I am going to fetch. Unit, where is unit? Quantity is there. Okay, MENS is the element. So likewise, I can specify what are the fields which are required, guys. Okay, now you specified the fields which is part of this particular structure. That's okay. Now you need to specify implemented by method. You need to specify implemented by method. Now this is the source. The CDS, whenever you execute, the data will be implemented by this particular method. So specify what is the name of the method that you're going to class and method, guys. Class and method. Okay, now see here, I'm going to provide separate name. This is the classes which we created till now yesterday, but I'm going to use separate name, guys. Okay, implemented by method AMDP underscore able function. Okay, so this followed by I'm going to specify name of the method that I'm going to use inside that. Name of the method that I'm going to inside that. Okay, get or something, get orders, get orders colon. That's it, guys. Get orders colon. Okay, so likewise you can specify implemented by method. Now whenever you execute this particular CDS, it will be calling this particular AMDP and it will execute it and it will return the data as per your structure. Okay, now till this point I'm saving it, guys. Let's see what is here. Authorization marked as client specific, but field is also is okay. That's fine. Okay, now I can use this as a part of this. I can use client followed by, since as I said AMDPs are client specific. Okay, client independent. So that's the reason we are just writing this as when I'm getting the data, I'm use client in this, but in future we'll return it. Okay, what is okay? Now see here, with the client parameter we have specified here. Now whenever I execute it, this should take default parameter, guys. This should take default parameter of system client. Okay, so for that we have a option called, and okay, there is some annotation called at the rate of environment, at the rate of environment system field. Okay, use client. Okay, at the rate of environment system client use client. Now see here, just removed annotations, define table function with parameters. Since I specified parameter as this, I'm specifying at the rate of environment system field. At the rate of environment system fields, by default it will take a system client, which in whichever system you are executing, you can, it takes a system client, guys. Okay, now followed by returns all these things, guys. Return client specific, all these things it is been returning. Now we have one more annotation. In this new version it is not required, guys, as I said. So initially we used to include, okay, at the rate of client dependent, at the rate of client dependent, it is not even coming, at the rate of client dependent, just a minute. Dependent true. Now this is the older syntax, guys. I used to specify, it is before 1709 we used to use in version 1511 and 1610. If it is an a CDS we used to specify, because even CDS used to behave like an client independent. Now from 1709 it is an dependent, guys, client dependent, no need to specify. But still if you want to use this you can use, but this statement is absolute in this case. Let's see, and saving it and activating it. Okay, see, still it's showing red color because this is maybe not working. True. Okay, fine. Client dependent, I specified true, guys. Now since it is a table function, it is a background is an ABAP, sorry, AMDP. So that's the reason I specified client dependent explicitly true. Even though you doesn't specify, doesn't matter, because you specified here environmental system field ABAP client, and you also returning the client field. Okay. So apart from that, in AMDP we use a session context to get the only that particular clients field, guys, only that particular client. So that is the reason no need to specify this annotation explicitly, guys. If you want, that's fine. In some cases you'll see this particular annotation has been specified. Okay, now saving is this, until this point it is activated. Now if you execute, you will not get anything, guys. You only defined a skeleton, these are the fields that I am going to retrieve from this particular method. Still you have not implemented this method and sorry, this class and method. Let's now create with the class and this method, guys. Okay, just I'm creating a class, same procedure. Only in real time, if you are in general, if you are been working on S4 systems, generally this is the only may use as a part of AMDPs, guys. Regular AMDPs, as I said, we will not use at all. CDS, or in some rare cases we may use this particular table function, guys. Okay, now just finishing it. Now this is the method class, it has been created. Now I want, this is the method name, get orders, guys. This is the method name that I am going to specify here in the public section, methods get orders. Now in general, it is not a regular method, guys. This is a method that is sourcing the data to CDS. Okay, it is sourcing the data to CDS. So first of all, I want to make this as an AMDP method. Okay, you need to include interfaces if underscore AMDP underscore marker underscore HDB underscore HDB. Okay, if underscore AMDP underscore marker underscore HDB, guys. So this is the interfaces, this you need to include. Okay, HDB. Okay, this is the interface that you need to include to make a class as an AMDP class. Now I specified methods get orders. Now this method is not my regular AMDP method. It is the method which is used to source the information to this particular CDS table function, which is nothing but it's a CDS table function. What is the name of this CDS? This is a Z cells table function 0. Now see here, guys, the syntax: get methods get orders for table function okay, for table function you need to specify name of this particular class, sorry, name of this particular CDS. Now see here, both are interlinked. Now both are interlinked, just using this particular thing and pull stop. That's it. Now you'll get implementation is not done, that's fine. See here, now what we are doing here, in case of when you are creating a table function CDS, you are linking implemented by this method. Okay, now it is sourcing from this method. How this method will be sourced? Now if you're writing an AMDP, you are clearly writing methods, this is for table function this. Now both are interlinked or not? This is linked to this, this is linked to that. Okay, understood, guys? Now in simple here, just a minute, guys, just a minute. Sorry, guys. So methods get orders for table function. Now this is linked to that particular CDS, and in the CDS it is linked to this particular method. Both are interlinked, guys. Okay, now you cannot use this as a regular AMDP method, and you cannot use this as an, this method is already linked. Okay, you can use this as a CDS. Okay, but this methods cannot be used as to any other regular methods. Okay, this is completely, this method is used to source the information to that particular table function CDS. Now here method get orders, get orders. Okay guys, there is a simple change here. It will be, there will be slight change in the syntax when you write the AMDP. See, in case of regular AMDP, you used to write by database procedure. Okay, by database procedure you have to use to write it. Okay, now here you need to specify by database function, because it's a table function. By database function for HDB language, SQL script, everything remains same. Only thing is, instead of procedure, here the function comes in case of table functions. In case of table functions. Okay, by database function for HDB language. For HDB language. Okay, same thing again. What are the tables you are thinking? Okay, options read only, that all things remain same guys, read only. And using, what are the tables you are going to specify? Using, I'm going to specify VBAP. Okay, so using VBAP followed by end method, you can implement what are the things which is required. End method. Okay, till this point we have done it. Okay, now saving it, still you will get error because of there is no returns parameter. Okay, implement CDS, give me method, just a minute. Methods get orders implements the CDS table function. Yes, must be static method. Okay, so it is expecting the static method guys. So use just class methods, class methods. Okay, implement the static method. So it is expecting the table function which is returning this data, it should be of static methods. So use class hyphen method, so automatically it becomes a static method. Now get the required data. I'm going to get it, whatever the data you want it. Okay, I'm just getting orders equal to, I'm going to specify select VBAP dot VBLN dot PYSNR MNDT PYSNR VBAP dot MATNR KWMENG quantity VBAP dot MENS dot, I'm going to specify year. Okay, amount NETWR. Okay, just what is the field? WAERK. Yes, use currency. Okay, WAERK. I'm going to specify from VBAP as VBAP, where MANDT equal to, as a specified we use session context. Okay, just getting it. Session context client. That's it. Now we got whatever the required data into local internal table of AMDP. Local internal table of AMDP. MANDT spelling mistake. Okay, local internal table of AMDP. Now still we are not passing this particular values which are getting in this particular method to this. Still we have not passed it. Still we have not passed it. Okay, for that we need to use a keyword called returns. For key called returns, guys, whenever you are writing a table function, there should be a return statement from this particular AMDP method. Return means these are the values of set you are passing to this particular CDS. You are passing to the particular CDS. Now in such cases, when you are writing a CDS and get a table function, the exporting parameter will be only this. This is nothing but the exporting parameters for this particular method. For this particular, see a method for table function. It is already linked here also. Okay, method, class name followed by the method name. For this particular method, this is the exporting parameter structure, which is of type table, you cannot additionally add your own exporting parameters to this if it is for table function. Already the fields which are defined in this particular class and in this particular table function in this particular series, that acts like an exporting parameters, okay. Now for things, the method, this particular by database function, here you fetch this particular orders. Now see here, I am going to write return statement. Okay, return. Okay, now what are the fields that you want to return? You have to specify here, guys. Now see here, I am going to specify orders dot mandt as the fields like this. Okay, as specify as a client, these all things, just I'm just copying this and pasting there, guys, just to okay, as client, okay, comma, followed by orders dot, this is my internal table, assuming as this is my final internal table in my AMDP, guys. This is assuming this is my final internal table and AMDP. Okay, return select, you need to specify regular how you write it, selecting from, okay, orders dot, I'm going to specify VBLN as I specified as sales order number, orders dot POSNR as sales order item, orders MATNR as I'm going to specify as material. Next, orders batch as I can specify, sorry, it is CHAR logo, I got material identity system BBAP dot CHARG. Okay, material followed by batch as CHARG as batch. Okay, orders dot KWMANG as quantity, orders dot MEINS as unit, followed by orders dot NET WR as amount, followed by orders dot WAERK as currency. So now just making sure that what are the fields which are written, the names are matching as it is, the names are matching as it is. Okay, where, okay, you can specify, okay, doing this followed by, that's it. Okay, colon, you can specify these things only, return from so and so, you can specify from orders as orders, okay, You can specify where. That's your wish, guys. Not, I'm not specifying here anything where or anything. Just okay. Now the intention here is just a minute, whatever. Orders is in no. Okay, no problem. It's just to use colon because a table. Batch BATCH spelling mistake somewhere. Okay, CHARG. What is the name here? So here even the names are mismatching. It gives an error. Still, what is this? SQL orders batch. Okay, still it is not refreshed. No problem. Saving it till this point. Okay. Now see here I fetched the required information into my table. Okay, fetch what are that? It is just you are writing single select to it. For this we don't write a table function, guys. Single select, we don't write a table function. When we are writing a table function, when it is not achievable using a CDS, then if there is any complex logic, then we are going to go with an AMDP table function. Okay, a requirement, you got all the required data into one internal table. Okay, now from that internal table you need to export to the tables. Okay, export. So for that, to the exporting parameter of the CDS. Exporting parameter is nothing but this particular CDS. Now see here I'm using return again a select. You know how we have written a select on internal tables, same similar pattern, but we are using here return statement. Instead of using ex underscore order some exporting parameters, I'm writing return this particular select all this data as representing as like this particular field from this internal table. That's it. Over, guys. Now this data, it will, whenever executing this, when I execute this, it will go to this class, this method, and goes here. It will executes this particular select and returns this particular value, now whenever you write a table function, return is must. Return is must. Only there can be only one return. There cannot be multiple returns. Only one return is allowed. It's an interview question, guys. Can we write multiple returns? No. Only one return it is a possible. And that too, that return structure which you specify should match with the table function fields. Should match with the fields of the table function. Okay. Till now I'm activating. Just now see here. If I execute it, you can execute, guys. That's it. It fetched the data. It behaves like a regular CDS, but the backend derivation of logic is happened on the method, class and method. When I execute it, it even not given with, I defined with parameter. The pop-up with parameter is not came because I specified system environmental client field. By default, the field will taken. Okay, by default, the field will take. Now see here, if execute, simply it takes this. Any questions on this till this point? Yes. No, it will work in. Which one? What is? No. That we should not use here. Okay. That we should not use here. No. Because now you created a seed table functions where you fetched all this particular data. Now this will be used as a part of regular CDS. This will be used as a part of regular CDS. Then in that particular CDS, you need to use that particular annotations. Got it? Okay. Now what I mean to say is, for example, I am going to use one CDS just to show you. Okay, I'm just removing all these fields. Okay, I'm going to specify this is the SQL view name, and this is all things. From now you can specify this is the table function, the name of the table function you can specify from this particular thing. Is there now it's a regular CDS, it's a table function, but it behaves like a, it is a CDS case as sales. Now it is the sales. You can specify sales dot, what are the fields you want. Okay, likewise you can define what is this, just requires parameter client, that's fine. Okay, we can specify requires parameters client, we can define it here. At the time of passing you can pass the default parameter case, we already done it. Similarly like this, okay, parameters you can pass it, you can pass even default also like this, system client also. Okay, so now I'm going to specify that. Okay, what is the field name? CLNT. What is CLNT? System. Okay, guys. Okay, let me share my back. Okay, now here in the CDS which we created, what is where is gone? Let me see it. Okay, in the CDS we check just 7, right? Let me refresh it. What happened? There is no 7 it created. I thought it's created. This is okay. Where it's gone? Just a minute, guys. Just now we created, right? Table function CDS, where it's gone? Give me a moment. One minute. It getting taking some time. I'm taking a refresh. What happened? This much time it taking. Okay, now fine. See here, this is the one which we created. Okay, now here I just used, see here, I used a with parameter. In this CDS also I specified with parameter by, because the calling CDS calling table function as with parameter, calling CDS as with parameter. So I used a with parameter. Okay, but I specified environmental client the client. So by default it is a default client it will take. No need to worry about it. Okay, when you execute also it will pop up, will not come. Now as a select from this particular table function, regular as a select client, it has a parameter of client parameter. Now the client parameter which is coming from this thing should be passed to here. This thing should be passed to here. Okay, as particular sales, you can specify all the fields whatever you want it is. Sales dot material, that's your wish. Okay, sales dot. Okay, next year batch, all this way. All the required fields you can fetch it, guys. It now it's a regular CDS. Dot followed by currency. Okay, currency. Okay, so dot followed by currency, you specify this is the regular CDS. Now is the top of this we specified all the things. Now you can specify composite, all these things, and you can specify the annotations of related to unit of measure, quantity, and you can specify cube, whatever the things, doesn't matter. Now you made it as a CDS case. Now activating till this point. Just saving till this point. Wait a minute. Some error. Let's see. Quantity specifies a table, reference table, specify reference table. Okay, now it is asking specify reference field table. Now okay, so now for quantity, unit and amount, we need to specify the annotations of quantity of this particular things, guys. We already defined it. So just specifying that first we need to specify semantic unit of measure as unit for the unit field. This is the unit field. Okay, and the similarly you need to specify currency field, you need to specify amount field. Okay, this is the currency code. Now with this field we will specify unit of measure to this particular thing. Same at the rate of symmetric, unit of measure, quantity, unit of measure. Okay, just with followed by what is the field name, unit is the field name, same name what you used here guys. Okay, unit. Similarly for amount we have to specify currency dot amount. Okay, this followed by this we are specifying back to again regular CDS guys. Here I am going to specify currency. That's it. Okay, now it's been saving. That's error gone. Now saving it, activating it. Over guys. Now syntax check. Still activation is done. If I use an F8, you'll get the required error. That's it. It is behaving like a regular CDS guys. It's behaving as a regular CDS, nothing different. What we have written on top of table function. Top of table function. Table function is also a CDS, but it is values are derived from AMDP. Values are derived from AMDP. That is the concept of table function, guys. So generally, 90% of cases, if you are working pure H4 HANA projects, people, if the design will be, will not even prefer to write an AMDP. Whatever we discussed in previous last 5 to 6 classes, the AMDPs that are to understand how the AMDP behaves, and you need to know what is the AMDP, all these things, what are the features which are available. Okay, but in general that regular standalone AMDP using is very rare case. If the requirement comes as a CDS cannot be achieved, then we'll go with this particular table function option. Table function option. Okay, any questions on this till this point? Anyone, any questions, guys? There is no such, see, there is no such things like that. Okay, only thing is that depends on your business requirement. Like example, you get a requirement to get data from multiple tables and you are feeling a complex using a CDS. With the CDS you may need to write multiple CDS, like you need to achieve this, may be achievable with 5 CDS, 10 CDS, that depends. Okay, but what people write is instead of doing that many layers, they just go with the table function. And in this what they can do is they can get the data from multiple tables in a blocks. Okay, and again they can do joins. What you are doing, just like an, you are dividing your select statements and you are manipulating the information within the same method. Okay, it is not like there is a specified criteria this cannot be achieved using a CDS. That purely depends on your business case. Okay, there is no any predefined rule. Okay, these functions cannot, these options cannot be achieved. For these cases you need to go this. There is no such rules. Only based on your requirement only you need to decide, can be done with this, can I do with CDS? Yes, if done then do it. Okay, I'm feeling that is a cannot be done as per my logical understanding, then go with this. Okay, only complex. For example, I want to get orders. Based on orders, example, customer, based on customer I need to get the sum of all the amounts, open orders, sum of open orders, sum of this I need to get only. There are some logical, if they written like an ABAP, things like that. When a requirement gives for each field they have given some aggregation calculations. In such cases you may prefer to this case. To create a CDS you need to create multiple CDS to achieve that. Okay, any questions on this till this point? Here things to remember in case of table function. Here you need to specify what are the structure fields which are required as a part of this function which you want to derive from the AMDP method. Specify method class and method name to be tagged. Okay, implemented by method. That's it. Okay, now in this method and class you can have regular, see here, this is the method. You can have another other methods also, doesn't matter, but the method which you tagging to the CDS should have defined as for table function, and you need to linkage of that particular CDS here. Now both this method and that CDS can have is linked. Now based on here you need to specify instead of database procedure by database functions keyword change. Get the raw data and remaining all remain same. Get all the required data into your final internal table. For one select will not go, you know it. Okay, we get under tables, you do some calculation, get all the required data into one internal table. Okay, based on your requirements. From the final internal table you need to return that. Okay, you can directly return here also guys if you are confident of it. Okay, you can use return here also, return this from VBAK to this, but the intention I am showing is first get into local internal table with all the calculations, all these things. From there, right, return select again a select on your log table internal table with the specified fields, as this field name should match with the function field names from so and so this particular things. Here any AMDP method should have one return statement. If there is no return statement, it is going to throw an error, because this is return statement is nothing but supplying this information to this particular thing, so the return must is a must in case of AMDPs. A interview question, can we have multiple return? No, only one return guys, only one return, because the target is only one. There is no multiple here. The target is only one. Okay. Is it clear or not, guys? No, not required for us. That not ours. It is not. It is related to analytical queries. Okay. It BW. We doesn't use it. Okay. Calculation views are nothing like. See, the namings are different. Okay. Attribute views is nothing but just to define a structure. Okay. Calculation views we done already. Cube query that all comes under calculation views. Okay. Any other questions on this? Fine guys, so with this we have done with the AMDPs and CDS. So from tomorrow I'm going to start on OData guys. Okay, so if you have any questions we can discuss even in next subsequent classes, that's fine, not an issue. But with this we have covered all the concept of AMDPs.
Can we make any DML operations inside the MDP?
Yes, we can do it. We can do it. We can do it, but we need to add some annotations for that. Only insert will work in case of AMDPs. Yes, there are some DML operations where insert will work. That, but we need to do some sort of different type of codings for that. Even the CDS, using with CDS also we can do it guys, DML operation, but additional to this we need to add BOPF annotations. BOPF annotations. Okay, where it acts like an DML operator. We can do insert, delete, all the think operations. In general, regular new way of coding, how they do is they create a custom table. For a custom table, they create a CDS, and on top of that, they will implement BOPF annotations, guys. Okay, so what happens is for that table, they will can use using Fiori and use insert DML operations. All this insert, delete, all these curled operations can be performed on that particular things. Okay, but in general it is okay for that CDS, but in case of AMDP's procedures, insert create is the not recommended guys. If it the things comes, we should prefer with an OData. Okay, any questions on this? Fine, so let's meet tomorrow and we'll start with an OData applications case. Okay. And if you have any further questions, we can discuss on this tomorrow also. Okay, guys. Thank you. And this, what are the insert delete you talking about, right? On the DML operation that comes under native SQL statements case. Okay, not it is regular ABAP. It comes to the different view of codings. Okay, guys. So let's meet tomorrow. Have a great day. Thank you.
App development is a promising career, whether it's iOS, Android, or web application.
అందరికీ నమస్తే అండి. ఆంధ్రప్రదేశ్లోని రాజకీయ పరిస్థితులు, క్షేత్రస్థాయి వాస్తవిక అంశాలు ఉన్నట్టు విశ్లేషించడానికి వీడియో లింక్స్, ఎందుకంటే రాబోయేది పొలిటికల్ సీజను, ఎక్కడ ఏం జరుగుతుందో ఉన్నట్టు వాస్తవం చెప్పడానికి మన ఛానల్ ఉంటుంది. అలాగే కింద డిస్క్రిప్షన్లో వాట్సాప్ కన్నా లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారు ఏంటి అదే వార్త చాలా మెయిన్ స్ట్రీమ్ మీడియాలో వస్తుంది. అసలు కన్నా లక్ష్మీనారాయణ గారి గురించి మీ అందరికీ గుర్తుండే ఉంటే, నేను ఒక